What's up, Cereal Bowls? It's your favorite crazy cereal, InsaneAppleJackz, here once again with the Atomic Game Squad. As you can see right now, I am on a different camera, and that's because I'm about to sit up here and do something a little bit different. Along with me today, I have a special guest, and a few of you might know him if you are from the streaming channel. So, yeah.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy ATK. Wow, I look a lot different than I thought I did.
And today we're going to sit up here and have him do a deck profile for all my Yu-Gi fans up here. So for that beauty, we will sit up here and stop the camera real quick and get set up. Alright, catch you when the camera comes back on. Alright, so we are officially back, and he just set up here and separated his monster spells and traps, and we're about to profile the much overlooked Tachyon Galaxy deck / Judgment of the Light deck known as the Mecha Phantom Beast. So let's sit up here and get right into it when you're ready.
Alright. So the thing with all Mecha Phantom Beasts are they all have a mandatory effect, so they must special summon their tokens. There's no, you have no say in if that happens. The other two effects that they have are, one, when there's a token out, they can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. And along with that, if there's a Mecha Phantom Beast token out, they all gain 3 levels, in exception of their tuners, synchros, and XCs. But XCs don't gain levels anyway, so. So to start it off, your main staples are Mega Raptor, Mecha Phantom Beast Tetherwolf, and Mecha Phantom Beast Hamstring.
So, going down the list, can you start off with Mega Raptor and tell us what he do?
So, starting with Mega Raptor, he's your main search engine in the deck. He searches out all of your Mecha Phantom Beasts, your Tetherwolves, your Hamstrats, O-Lions, Lions, and future plays. He also has, but you can search out monsters with his effect by attributing 1 token. And if a token would ever be special summoned to the field, you get 1 token through his effect.
So, would you say it's mandatory to run him at 3, or?
Like, running him at 3 is mandatory.
Alright. So, what about the young Tetherwolf?
With Tetherwolf, whenever Tetherwolf is normal summoned, you get 1 Phantom Beast token. And he has another effect where when when you enter damage step, you contribute 1 token, and he'll gain 800. So that'll put him at 25, getting over some certain cards.
For a second, I know you were running him at 2. Any specific reason you bumped him up to 3?
Well, the only reason I ran him at 2 was because I only had 2 at the time. So after I finally got the 3rd one, it was just, I mean, there was no other Phantom Beast to immediately get tokens out in the beginning of the game.
And then, how about that Mecha Phantom Beast Hamster?
Mecha Phantom Beast Hamstrat. His effect is when he's flip summoned, you get the special summon 2 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens, and he has another effect where if you somehow get him to survive through the turn, you can tribute 1 token and special summon 1 Mecha Phantom Beast from the grave. It could be any Phantom Beast, kill the level 7 Mecha Phantom Beast, kill Griffin, the XC Draco Sack, the Synchro Concerto, just any Phantom Beast. So he and Tetherwolf are mandatory at 3, along with Mega Raptor.
For those of you who don't know, I didn't mess up when I called it Mecha Phantom Beast Hamster. These are actually named after different animals and stuff. So, I see you set aside a few extra monsters. Yeah. Ready when you are, bruh.
The other monsters, I've recently been debating on this one, but you can run 3 of these since Mecha Phantom Beast O-Line has quickly become a staple to this deck. So whenever it's sent to the grave, you get 1 Phantom Beast token, and you can banish him to normal summon another Phantom Beast. So essentially, I only run 2, and I find myself needing a 3rd a lot. But there are certain situations where it's just like I only needed one to just get the whole play started. So he's good. He's good in chemistry with like normal summoning a Mega Raptor and then like foolish burying him. That way you get a search out or something, and like just go into another normal summon with his effect.
Alright, sounds pretty cool and standard.
Now
he's kind of like Mizuki, except for the token part.
Oh, that vampire thingy,
Zombie
thingy.
I'm gonna let you continue. I just threw you off hella hard.
I thought you was talking about the Bujin Mizuki, and when I was looking at you, crazy. Now, I can't really don't know how to feel about running, and I'm going to butcher this name, Herliard. Yeah, weird name, but whenever you tribute anything, and if you tribute a monster for a cost, that means through Stardust effect, like tributing a token, just tributing in a cost, you can get one token from this card. And his other effect is you can special summon one Phantom Beast from the hand by tributing a token.
So is that first effect, the tribute, count only when he's on the field, or if you tribute himself, can you get that token still?
I'm pretty sure he has to be face up on the field for that to resolve. Since like most cards do resolve like that.
I got you.
So,
Wings of Colt, be with me.
Mecha Phantom Beast Coat Wing. Now, I'd say run one of him because he is cloggy if you draw into him. Same thing with Herliard. Run one of it because there's not many situations in which you actually need these. Now, there are a lot of situations in which I needed to get around the card and just Coat Wing would just banish it and I wouldn't have to deal with it.
How would Coat Wing banish it?
Like, when Coat Wing, you contribute 2 cards. You contribute 2 tokens with Coat Wing's effect to banish 1 card. Spell, trap, monster. It'll get rid of it. And when he's special summoned, you get 2 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens.
Must make for some pretty cool plays.
And next, I'll run 1 Black Falcon. Now, 1 Black Falcon, I'd say run 2. Reason being, when he attacks, you get to special summon 1 Phantom Beast token. And there are not really many easy ways to summon a token in this deck. So Black Falcon will speed the deck up and give you a little protection from like Mirror Force and stuff. And he has another effect where during either player's turn, you contribute 1 token, target 1 monster your opponent controls, and change that target to face-up defense. So it's a neat way to avoid certain cards being destroyed. And with him, Mega Raptor, and Herliard out on the field, that's actually a good lock due to it being able to tribute a token and then just special summon 2 tokens back through Herald and Mega Raptor's effects. InsaneAppleJackz. Did you start it?
Yes, I started it.
InsaneAppleJackz. In the last monster we have this Warbler Wren, and you only run 1 of this card, mainly because there's not really much you can do, even though I run like wrong extra deck.
40 synchros?
I say about
That looks like
9.
6 of them.
I run like 9 synchros. But Wren, being a level 1 tuner, opens up a lot of plays.
Especially with that level modulation, huh?
Yeah, with since they're all able to gain levels, they have a lot of level modulation, like he just said. And with him and Mecha Phantom Beast, a lion who's also a tuner, they don't gain levels due to there being tokens out, but they aren't destroyed by battle or card effects. And with Wren, if you tribute one Phantom Beast, he gains 1 level.
So, any reason for no Impalas?
I actually ran Impala, and doing like very late game, if you draw into Impala and you have nothing in your hand, it's like you can't really sync for anything.
For those of you who don't know, Impala is their other tuner, and basically you can put him on the field and synchro with 1 monster from your hand. So is that all for your monsters then?
Yeah.
Cool. So we're going to head into spells next?
Yep.
Nice, nice.
Going to start off with the staple. 2 MST. Not really much purpose for destroying back row with them being protected. Sacred Swords with them being able to jump their levels up to 7s quickly. 1 Soul Charge. Everyone loves Soul Charge.
And it's at 1.
1 Potter Duality, because Potter Duality actually does slow this deck down if you have like tokens out and you can't resummon them. So that's why it's only at 1. I run 1 Foolish Burial for Mecha Phantom Beast O-Line to get him to the grave and get another normal summon, get a free token. It's like, and go into plays with Mega Raptor.
Another thing I just thought about, you don't run Tempest either. Is there any reason for that?
Well, with such a low, with what looks like such a low monster count, if you run like, even though they don't have many grave effects, sometimes Hamstring won't have a target later in the game if you use Tempest too much.
I get you, burning through your resources too fast.
Yeah. Then 2 Scramble. Really, I would run 1, but with me running 2 Coat Wings is kind of it's kind of necessary for me. Even though I have come into situations late game where it's like
Scramble!
Yeah, like where Mega Raptor would be at the bottom of my deck along with a Coat Wing being out there, and I just have the ability to summon both of them out, and that be a field full of 3 tokens, and due to Coat Wing being special summoned out and due to Mega Raptor summoning an extra token, so that's the free search and a free 10 at the same time. So it's like you can get some pretty impressive plays with Scramble.
Scramble!
And any Mecha Phantom Beast deck will need Scapegoat.
Now, will you say 2 is good, 1 is good? Do you want to move up to 3? What's good with your scapes?
I'd say 2 is good because, honestly, if you have 3, that you would. There are very little situations where you would need a field full of tokens in a deck that generates their own tokens. Plus, like I just said, they generate their own tokens, so half the time you won't have just 1 monster out there, you'll have multiple. So sometimes it's a dead card, sometimes it's not.
I got you.
It's just really good to draw into it early game, and you can just go into as many places you want.
So are we done with spells?
Yeah, that'll be it for spells.
And then into the traps!
Traps. Staples. Call it a Haunted. Reason being for Call it a Haunted is basically if you special summon out any Phantom Beast while you have a token, and somehow Call it a Haunted gets hit, your Phantom Beast stays, and it's just a free monster. 2 Mirror Force.
The Force! It's with my mirror!
And 1 Compose, just in case you ever have to bounce your own monster back.
You better evacuate that bitch. See, you're hiding a few more secret gems here.
No, I'm not. I run 3 Memory Loss mainly because this is actually supposed to be Fiendish Chain.
Would you mind telling people who don't know what memory loss is? What it does?
Memory Loss, I'm going to be honest, is a very horrible card when it comes down to things. For one, your opponent's monster has to be in face-up attack position, and that's the only way you can activate this card. And it'll negate the effect and then switch it to defense. It's like, it's a plus and another plus, but the only downside is that their monster has to be in attack.
So it's a conditional plus.
Yeah, it's just a temporary thing for now until I get Fiendish Chains.
I gotcha.
I run 2 Waboku. I've been thinking of running 3, mainly because with Hamstrat, you activate this way, you have a Hamstrat face down and your opponent attacks into it. It flips face up, the token, it can't be destroyed, the tokens stay. So when you go into your next turn, you just have everything there to just like...
So pluses on pluses on pluses.
Yeah. It's a bunch of plus. And something you must run 3 of, in my opinion, is Aerial Recharge. Being able to just freely summon out a token.
And this is their own trap, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the only downside to this card is during the end phase, you have to tribute 1 Mecha Phantom Beast or 1 token.
In order to keep it alive, right?
Yeah. That's like the only downside to it, but other than that, you pretty much generate tokens.
So what's the count on this deck?
The deck is 40, I'd say like probably 19 monsters. Yeah, like 17 or 19.
And then, do you have an extra deck for it?
We certainly do.
Cool. Would you mind going through that for the peoples?
No, Formula. First we have Formula Syncron.
Alright, cool. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, with Scapegoat and having a level 1 tuner in there, it's very rare that you actually go into it, but just in case you ever do, you can just sync 4 or 5, and you get a free draw off of it. And there's actually a large amount of situations where you can Black Rose with this card, due to there being level 5s out.
And then it's a plus because of its other effect, right? Where you can sync on.
You can sync on your opponent's turn for the Black Rose.
I feel you.
Then we have Allied Justice Catastrophe. I mean, it's pretty much a staple if you can go 4 or 5. I mean, you can destroy anything that's not dark. And get around a lot of heavy attack monsters.
Instant destruction, instant plus.
Yeah. 1 Concerto.
Mecha Phantom Beast.
I rarely summon this out due to I like this card because it provides protection for the tokens, so they can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. However, he can, so before you can get to any of the actual monsters that are summoning anything out, you got to get through him. And then he has another effect where when he's sent to the grave, you can special summon out by attributing all tokens you control. You can target 1 level 4 lore Phantom Beast in your grave and summon it out.
Nice. Ever thought about bumping up to 2 on them?
No. 1 Black Rose.
Black Walls!
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Blow up the field.
I mean, you could be tributing plants and making things zeros.
You don't run any plants in this deck.
I'm just joking, bro.
And the only other thing you could do with that is Draco Sack. 1 Karakuri Shogun.
Curry gang.
Now the only reason I actually still run this is because I took out the 2 Impalas I had, and this is kind of the only card that from that build that's still in here. But there have been situations where I had to go into him to get around certain cards, like bigger attack monsters, and just run over them because they usually have low defense. And he's also a good target for Draco Sack if you ever, which you will get that opportunity a lot.
Staple Dust.
Stardust. Yeah, he's a staple. He avoids the destruction of tokens by card effect. And he also can tribute himself, which is really helpful, like I mentioned earlier, with Herald being out on the field, where you can sit up here, tribute him, and in place of him, get a token. So you get to negate the destruction of something and get a plus off of it at the same time. And then he'll just come back at the end phase.
Staple Scrap.
Scrap Dragon. Really broken in this deck because you have Phantom Beasts. They can't be destroyed by card effects, so you essentially would target one of your own Phantom Beasts and target another monster to just kill it for the free. Feel like you want to say something.
No. I was just gonna say Staple Eater.
1-star Eater. You can actually go into this card a lot due to the level modulation. I've been thinking of running 2 because I've seen this card sees a lot of play in this deck, and it provides its own protection from Mirror Force and other traps.
And how does it do that?
I mean, when it attacks, it's unaffected by card effects until the end phase. Well, to the end of the damage step. Yeah. But that's only for when this card attacks. So if you attack with anything else, you might want to be careful with that.
So just synchros or XCs in there?
There are XCs. 1 Gear Giant X.
Basic Searcher.
Yeah, basic Machine Searcher. I've been thinking of running 2 of him. Like, I've been thinking of running 2 of him because of how easy it'll be to search out a Lion and Mega Raptor, and on occasions Tetherwolf, and to get certain cards out of the deck that I don't want to draw into late game. 2 Draco Sack. You could run 3. I mean, he is what the deck is focused around. I mean, pretty basic. Detach 1 material. Detach 1 material, get two Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. He provides his own protection. You get the Attributor token with him, destroy 1 card.
Or a Mecha Phantom Beast.
Or a Mecha Phantom Beast.
What? You contribute Mecha Phantom Beast?
Yeah, you contribute 1 Phantom Beast. Which actually I've done a lot. Getting rid of cloggy cards like Coatwing that sit out there on the field and just sit there for days and don't do anything. Feels good to have that card. One Phantom Fortress. Now, you don't have to run this. I've been thinking of replacing him with a Gear Giant X. Mainly due to him being slightly difficult to get out since I'll run. The only way I can get him out is by overlaying 2 Hamstrats with there being 2 tokens out. And essentially you could just detach 1 material from him and banish 1 card your opponent controls from their hand, their graveyard, or the top of their deck.
Get that blasphemy out of here. One Super Dreadnought, 1 Gustav Max, 3K, pretty basic, detach 1 material, deal 2,000 effect damage to your opponent, and rank 10, easy to get out with For those of you who haven't caught that already, it's Super Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Gustav Max. If you detach from this mug, he will sit up here and do 2,000 to you directly, and he can still attack that turn. Petty 5,000s!
Petty, gotta be having the clearest field of day life. And then 1 Skyplace. I'm not reading the rest of that.
Gangaridian. You heard it here, folks.
What do you see Ridian in that?
Fuck that.
Gunguardia?
Gunguardia? Gunguardia?
I'm gonna stick with Gunguardia. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sky plays Gunguardia. You could attach one material from this, target one card your opponent controls, and inflict 1,000 damage. Also destroy that card. And it can attack that turn. So it's like a lesser version of
Gustav Max.
But it's slightly more effective due to being able to get rid of one card.
To be fair, there's no you in that. Just keep rolling.
One Master of Blades. When I get the card, I'm going to replace this with a Lightning Chidori. But for now, he's the placeholder for that, and you can essentially target him. If your opponent would target this card, or if you would target this card, you can negate the effect and then destroy one card. Destroy one card on the field. It's a lot more broken than I read it out to be.
So, is that the end of your extra deck?
Yeah, that's the end of the extra deck.
Do you have any side deck?
Nope.
So I guess this comes down to my favorite part of the show then. The token deck. We got two Gorz tokens.
Only you.
We have one Mecha Phantom Beast token. Specifically, Raptor, Japanese edition. We have one
generic Mecha Phantom Beast token.
A generic Mecha Phantom Beast token. A made at home Scramble token. And then we have blue, white, pink. We got the Scapes. Well, these are basically lambs, and that's the goat. But you get the point, folks.
I must be horrible at telling lambs from goats, because I thought that was a lamb the whole time.
And with all that said, anything else you want to tell the audience?
Not really. It's just the deck is very broken if you can actually pull off these combos.
Well, with all that said, Cereal Bowl Nation, I'll catch you all at the end of the box.
Welcome back to the end of the box, Cereal Bowls, where we are chilling here once again after another video. But not just any video, my first deck profile. So, woo! Big thumbs up to everyone who sat up here and watched it and made it this far in the video. I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed the video. And special thanks to my homie ATK for Life for letting us use his Mecha Phantom Beast deck for this deck profile. Really appreciate it, bro. And thanks. So, also, if you did enjoy this video, give me a big thumbs up to let me know what you thought. And we'll get some more deck profiles going. Maybe you can even send me like a list and I'll do the deck profile myself later. And yeah! Please also don't forget to comment down below. Tell me what you thought of the deck. Tell me what you thought of the video. Hey, you could just say hi. I like highs. Yeah. And now that all that craziness is over with, for all of you who don't know, I have some social medias right over here on this side, which include a Facebook, a Twitter, a Instagram, and a Twitch. And if you want to sit up here and like, follow, feel free to, because this will keep you updated on any upcoming news about stuff. You can probably just sit up here and hit me up on any of those, and I'll respond to you as quickly as possible. And hey, while you're at it, don't forget to click the little banner hyperlink right below that says Join the Cereal Bowl Nation if you aren't already a part of the Cereal Bowl Nation, the best nation on the YouTubes. And with all that said, everyone, thank you once again. I'm out of here. So, munch. Peace!